I did.
Okay.
I watched it yesterday.
Okay, perfect. All right, and then we'll just we'll get started. So, again, my name is Rebecca Varney with R. Varney Marketing and Photography. My contact information's right here, cell phone number, my website. You're welcome to email, call if you have questions. We do have a marketing division to R. Varney Marketing and Photography. So I have some independent contractors who can help with website design, promotional materials, brochures, logo designs, anything that you need created. We can assist with that. We like working with small businesses. We will, I say that we don't like to work with the bigger companies. My heart and passion is more with the small businesses to watch growth. So that's kind of where we are. 95% of my business is photography, 5% is now marketing. And as I explained on Tuesday, like that was a big shift for me because it was the other way, and just market trends and things have happened to where it's flip-flopped a little bit. But the 5 things to consider when creating your business and marketing would be product, price, place, promotion, and the people. So last time we talked quite a bit about product. We talked about how sometimes it's good to start small with limited services and then expand from there. It's harder to have lots of services, get too big too quick, and then struggle with meeting demands. We talked about knowing your competitors. We've been talking to Candace before we jumped on here today, and we were talking about, she doesn't have many competitors. Like, it's something new that she's doing. So that's exciting to be cutting edge and seeing a niche. COVID kind of forced them into that, seeing that, and that's exciting. So we'll talk more about that. We did talk about promotion. Last time we had an individual on here who does sell promotional products. So we heard from an expert on items that are cheap, that are easy to hand out, that are recommended. We talked, a lot of this we've talked about on a budget, because that, as a small business, we all have to be conscientious of our budget. So we did talk about volunteering, just to get your name out in the community. Candace, before I forget, there is a Facebook group that I'm going to invite you to. It's for small business owners in Georgetown.
Okay.
So I'll send you that invite. Megan Sipe seems to be the one spearheading that. It's brand new. It just rolled out yesterday. So there's not any material on there yet. Hi, Kim. Welcome. But I think it'd be worthwhile to get on there.
Hello.
But it's for small business owners in Georgetown to share ideas and things. So we'll do that. Last time we talked about, just making contact with your clients, future clients, networking. Networking is the best thing you can do, and it's free. So we did cover that under promotion. We talked about how you have to make 12 impressions. So I've seen Candace's logo about 10 times since Tuesday. And so it's already being embedded in my head. So I just have to have a couple more impressions, and then I've got her logo down pat. But, it's exciting how, the more touches you put out there, the more people recognize your logo, your service, and start to talk about it. So that's our goal. We talked about how videos are important. I was thinking about Candace's business yesterday about how great, videos would be perfect for you. So, hey, I bet that's probably Missy jumping on. Hey, Missy. Videos go a lot farther on Facebook than pictures. Never just put words on there. Always have at least a picture, but videos are great. So we talked about time-lapse video. I'm picturing Candace taking a piece of furniture. Maria's going to know how to do it. Have Maria get her phone out, start recording a time-lapse video, and you show them how you refurbed a piece of furniture from start to finish. Those are fun. People get into those. They love watching that. So I could totally see where you're doing that on several pieces, so that people can kind of see the process. And again, they're thinking about your business. Anytime they see a piece of furniture that looks like it needs redone, they're immediately going to think of you. So that's the goal. So I love that. But again, we'll just hit this real quick, but on Tuesday, we talked about your personal posts are just as important as your business posts. So if you are a baker and there's always shots on your personal page of your house a mess and dirty, it doesn't reflect well on your baking business that's in your home. It doesn't flow. So you got to be conscientious about what you're displaying all the time. It's kind of like me. I can't just put a normal picture on Facebook because people judge my photography more than other people's photography. So I struggle with that, it's just a part of it. So the other thing I wanted to share that I forgot last time on the personal page stuff, try to engage in conversation. So you will notice a lot of realtors will use this tactic. Trying to think, politicians will use this tactic, but they will ask a question like, hey, what's your thoughts on this outfit? What they're doing is getting the engagements up on a personal post so that when they do post, when they share something about their business, the engagement's up, because Facebook has a matrix. And so the more likes that you have and the more conversations that you have on your posts, those people pop up, they see your posts more often. So if you're getting them engaged with, hey, I need to buy some gift cards, what's your favorite restaurants in the Cincinnati area? And 60 people throw out names of restaurants. Well, then when they post the next day about their business, those 60 people are built into that algorithm to see that post. So that's another free way to get some advertising on Facebook, is to create some buzz on your personal page. That way they see when you share something about your business on there, on your personal page. We did have some homework. We'll get to that. But based on what the businesses that we have in our workshop this time around, I'm not sure that Etsy is the way to go. I think we're leaning more towards that Facebook marketplace, possibly a Facebook store, and I'm trying to think of what other groups we had. I think in Candace's situation, you could probably have a Facebook group, and let people, don't force people into your group, but if they're into it, add them. People don't like to be forced into groups, but if they have an interest in buying and selling, that'd be a good group for them. Antiquing, get them added in there. And then, just utilizing like those yard sale groups and things that are out there on Facebook and advertising through that. Again, that's free. So I think that's probably more the route we need to go with the group that we have. Facebook pages. I know Tim mentioned that he needs to create a Facebook page. Jason, with his mowing business, definitely should have a Facebook page. And we talked about landing pages with websites. Like Jason, with his mowing business, definitely needs to have that landing page. Candace has a good website. Kim already has these things that we've talked about. So, it's just getting, they call it SEO, search engine optimization. The more that you have out there, the better. Candace, do you have a Google business set up for this one?
I'm not sure.
I feel like I looked and it's not on there.
Mhm.
That might be something else to add. Because
Okay.
it gives it a physical location on the map.
Okay.
So when people are searching, like antiques, you want your information to pop up. If they're looking at refurbished, so you got to put those keywords in there too. And that way, when they're doing a Google search for a business in their area, you're going to pop up.
The only other thing is that we are an online store right now. Due to COVID-19, it would be by appointments only, as far as for people to come in and everything like that to see stuff. That's where
I would just tag your travel place.
Okay.
You could do both.
We absolutely, and that's what we intended to do, is have the office would be multitasking as far as 2 offices.
Mhm.
And basically our building is a warehouse, and that's where people can go in to see. It's just local municipalities have not been so friendly to us.
Okay.
So that's why we're being careful of what we do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I would just, I would still create that Google page, Google business, because it just helps with searching. It gives you another little piece
and
of it.
until we open up open up people for shopping and everything like that, I right now, I think it's the smart way to go right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in your case, a lot of this is too big to ship. So
right. We do have delivery options. It's just we don't like to, put that out there. But
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Kim, do you have anything to share since the last time we met?
No, I'm not right now.
Okay.
But yeah, Google Business is great to have.
Yes.
Must have for your business. So yeah, you're on the right page there.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it helps. You definitely want to show up, especially locally, to your market or to your customers.
Perfect.
So yeah, it's important to do that. Yes, and SEO.
Mm-hmm.
But things are changing so much with SEO, so you just got to stay on top of things.
Yes. Yeah. I know. I went and checked my website on Tuesday, and something had changed on the templates, and the template I had used, my picture wasn't there. Like, it was on Monday, but on Tuesday it wasn't, and I was like, so I had to go in and change my template real quick.
Yeah.
Before class started, and it's just like, if people who don't check their stuff, they wouldn't know that, when people pull up their website, it's just a black screen. So I was,
Yeah, that's true, because templates change all the time.
Yeah.
And you have to keep up to date with the new plugins or the new, what I'm trying to say, system software updates. If you don't update and stuff like that, you'll be on the old updates, and then your website might look funky or don't load up correctly, things like that.
Yeah.
So you have to keep up with everything. It's just like your house. You have to keep up, maintain, do a maintenance on your website. Always go in, and if you can, go in as if you was the customer, not just the owner, and see what your site look like as well.
Yeah.
Or on the customer's side of viewing your website. So yeah, there's many things that can go wrong because things change daily, weekly, monthly, and you have to definitely pay attention to your site.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, you get your business up and running, you get really busy, then you forget to do those things that generate business 3 months from now, 6 months from now, because you've always got to be thinking 3 months out, 6 months out, a year out. And when you're, hitting the pavement every day, sometimes people forget about that, looking at those long-term goals or short-term goals to make sure that they're doing those things.
Yeah, that's true. And just a piece of advice, with me, because I wear all the hats and I do so much, I make sure I use my calendar a lot, whether it's on my phone or on my desktop computer. And, if I need to check my website once a month or even every 2 weeks,
Put it on there.
I have that in the calendar, and I have it to always alert me every 2 weeks or every month. And the same thing with anything else that you have to maintain. Put it in your calendar and put in there to notify you every 2 weeks or every month or every 6 months or every year. And that's how I keep up with that, because you do get busy.
Yes.
It's just a little advice. Yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're going to, I think everyone on here has their logo, so we'll kind of go right through that. Today we have people. So I'm going to use, sometimes it's easier. I can see Candace. Sometimes when there's a picture there, it makes it a little easier. Hey, now this is Kim Brown. I don't know if you listened to the Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I always appreciate a shout out. So thanks for
Oh, you
promoting
got
my
one.
31.
So Kim Brooks, meet Kim Brown. There really is a Kim Brown.
Nice to meet you, Kim Brown.
Hey girl, thanks for standing in for me yesterday.
Yes. I just had Kim B listed. So yes, I'm Kim Brooks. You're Kim Brown. Great first
Perfect.
name.
Yeah,
Awesome first name.
absolutely.
Oh, I love it. So we're just getting into the people part of the 5 Ps of marketing. And I was about ready to use Candace as an example, but Kim Brown, you fall into this. Facebook giveaways. I've seen you do it. I just learned about Candace's business on Tuesday, and so I'm really excited about it. And it's just getting the word out. It's things like this that helps get the word out. Facebook shares. We can always help each other by Facebook shares. Do not be ashamed to ask friends to send them a private message and say, hey, will you please share my post about my business? I'm trying to get it up and going. People have no problem. It's an easy way for them to help you build your business without spending a dime. So definitely have your friends and family do Facebook shares, and then ask clients to do reviews. I have had, there was a bed and breakfast in Georgetown. It's closed now. But one of the things that he did as part of his marketing plan was people received, I think it was a 5% discount on their next booking if they left a review for him. And he did have quite a few reviews, because it takes people 5 minutes to put a shout out on Google Business or on the Facebook. And if they can get 5% off on a future service, they're all about it if they had a good time and plan on returning. So, it's something to consider. But I, I just think that getting in there and getting involved, getting the word out is going to help direct traffic to your online platform. So any questions about that? I know Kim, it's worked for you with the Facebook giveaways. Any suggestions?
I like to make sure I'm not always just selling, but I appreciate people and I have kind words. And I noticed yesterday's thing that said, don't pick a side politically and be negative Nelly. I try to stay neutral and just get a lot of things going.
Yes.
Of course, with 31, like people say, hey, I'd really like to have that bag, but it's kind of pricey. And that's where I say, why don't you have a party and invite your friends and we'll make a group? So I do a lot more with groups than I do pages.
Yes.
And both have limitations.
Yes. Yes. And if you do have a Facebook group, try not to post, but maybe 3 or 4 times a week. People can get tired of being in your group if you're posting 4 or 5 times a day, because they get alerts that you've posted something and they do get exhausted with that. So, so be mindful of people's time. So, thank you, because that was something on my list that I wanted to make sure I covered. But yeah, definitely. And like I shared last time, gift certificates, gift cards are a great thing. I think it was off the recording, but I was telling Lisa, I learned that from Kim Brown. And, with the quarter auctions and things like that, if you're giving someone a, $10 gift card, they come up to your table, they're going to spend more. So yes, perfect. All right.
Well, plus you're not out anything if they decide they don't want to use it. I have a lot of gift certificates still hanging out from Origami Owl that I no longer do, but I've sent out hundreds of dollars of gift certificates that people, either one, they came to my table and bought more, or 2, they just didn't turn them back in. So they felt like they got something, and they did, and then they chose not to use it.
Yes. Definitely.
So I will, lots of times when people ask me for a donation, I'll lots of times give a smaller gift with a gift certificate attached, because again, I'm trying to drive them back to my business.
Exactly. Very good. Place is one of the other 5 Ps. And, like we talked on Tuesday, some of the businesses that we've been talking about the last couple of days, may not be able to afford a online platform that charges, $12, $30, $60. I've seen some platforms that, charge over $100 a month to use their programs. And so sometimes that can't necessarily be out of the gate, but maybe it's adding that barcode system, after you've generated revenue and can afford to pay for it and things like that. We've got several available, and we were talking about it before we started recording, there are some integration software systems out there to where you can share inventory among several different platforms. So you may want to be mindful of that and check that out to see if you're able to use your ShopKeep account for Etsy and eBay and Amazon and your Facebook store. We were talking, it'd be nice if there was one that worked with all the platforms, but I don't think there is. I didn't spend a ton of time researching that, but I don't think there is. Definitely, research that and check it out. I mean, like, Facebook stores are brand new. They've been out less than a year. And there's like 3 different platforms that help you sell through the Facebook store, but they don't work for everyone. So you would have to read and see, what systems it works with and things like that. I didn't see ShopKeep on there, but I think Candace said that She thinks it does. So research it, and you may be able to work your inventory out with several different platforms. That might have just went right over some people's heads if they have not researched that at all, because there are several different ones out there. So based on the groups that we've talked about, or the people in this group the last couple of days, we're leaning more towards that Facebook Marketplace. And eBay is probably the best ones. Besides the, creating the Facebook groups, the Facebook pages, and landing pages for their websites. So I think we're kind of leaning towards that today. We did cover in stores, and I just want to hit that one more time. If there are some antique shops around who maybe don't do refurbs, maybe Candace needs to talk to them and say, hey, would you mind putting my business cards out? Would you care to work something out to where if you get a piece that needs redone, that you contact us and we look at refurbing it for you, and then you turn around and resell it in your store or whatever. Business partnerships is a great thing. You can definitely help each other. An example of that, it's small, but when I've done pictures, like my Easter minis at some of the local floral shops here, and it's more, I've got a studio here, but it was more about getting people to realize that, hey, I used Hometown Floral last year. Hey, they just opened up. They had their grand opening 2 weeks ago. We're going to do our pictures there this year. And while people was there, they were shopping and they were buying things from Crystal Winterrod. So, it's helping each other out. So you got to be mindful of that. When the bed and breakfast was in town, he partnered with the quilt shop, Schoolhouse Quilts, and tried to work it out to where he would send people over to there, and the quilt shop would utilize him for work, I don't know what you call that, quilting workshops and things. When they would get together, they could use his facility, kind of thing. So it's definitely worth talking to businesses and working some things out with them to help each other. Home parties can be a great thing. I'm thinking workshops. I can see where Candace could do some workshops. It puts some events on her Facebook page, gets people active. I don't know the first thing on how to do some refurbished furniture, and that could be a workshop, could be something. Working with, if you don't have a place, maybe it's talking to Peace, Love, and Art about using her art studio for that and things like that. So I just wanted to remind everyone to think outside the box, think about other businesses that you could partner with, so that you can help each other out. And then, of course, last thing I have under place is website. A lot of people like to, see a website. Now, I'll be honest, I feel like the younger generation uses Instagram and Facebook to do their research. I feel like they look there before they look on Google. But I still think that to validate your business, you do need a website. So, but be mindful of that. If your demographics, your target market is in that 16 to 30, they're probably researching you on Instagram. And then, there's that crowd, 25 and up, that's probably going to research you on Facebook. So, be mindful that if you haven't posted anything on your Facebook page for 6 months, it may look like you closed. especially in today's times with COVID, you have to keep posting things just so it looks like you're open, because otherwise it looks like you're closed. All right, any questions over place? I know, hobby to business doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use social media. Like I mentioned before, it could be putting jams and jellies in some of these local boutiques, floral shops, something old, something new, as a local shop here in Georgetown. Like I could see, partnering with some businesses. So.
Rebecca, you were talking about website, and I will say some of my best sales happen on snow days when people are home and I just direct them to my link.
Yes. I'm glad you said that too, because snow days are a good day to post on Facebook. That's a good time to do a Facebook Live. It's a good time to do a video on there. Post when people are home and when they're glued to the TV. If like the election night when people was scrolling Facebook for updates, I was posting about my business. Like that's when people are on there. Friday night when people are out and about is not the best time to post. If you research it, there are good times to post on Facebook and there's good times to post on Instagram. Believe it or not, the trend changes, so you always have to look that up. It goes through, it kind of works out to where it follows TV shows and things like that. Now we're getting to where people are watching more Netflix and that's not as much of an issue. But if there was a really popular show on Tuesday night at 8:00, you didn't post on Tuesday night at 8:00 because everyone was tuned into watching that show and they wasn't, scrolling Facebook. But look at the trends of when to post. The best time to post on Instagram is actually after 10 p.m. at night, because that's when you've got if your demographics, your target market is that 16 to 30-year-olds, because they're laying in bed scrolling on Instagram. So that you post Instagram at night. And then Facebook, it may have changed, but at least like 6 months ago, it was like Tuesday night at 8 p.m. and Wednesday at 2 p.m. or something like that was the best time to post on Facebook. So you definitely want to pay attention to those trends. They say like Mondays is not good, but like Sunday nights would be a good time to post. So people are getting back into their work week on Mondays and they don't have time to scroll on Facebook as much as they do like on Tuesday night or on Sunday night as they're trying to, shift gears and kind of get prepared for work. They're sitting there trying to, relax. That's when they're scrolling. So definitely take advantage of those trends. And it's an easy Google search. When is the best time right now to, post on Facebook? When is the best time to post on Instagram?
Rebecca, do you think lives are helpful if you do a Facebook Live?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So SC Boutique's one that comes to mind. I think hers are always on Thursday night. She keeps it consistent. That, I think, is it 8 p.m., I think? And I'm not one that usually watches that. I'm still putting kids to bed at that time. I'm still in that that's still what I'm doing. But, like, I even know that Facebook Live 8 p.m. is when ST Boutique does it. Like if you have a schedule, people seem to look for that. And you can come up with some catchy way for people, Refurb Friday or, whatever, come up with something. Jammin' Tuesday is when, I post my, I'm making jams, come up with something creative that people will remember. And yeah, definitely, if you are someone who likes Facebook Lives and can do it, some people that would give them a heart attack if you told them they needed to do that. But yeah, definitely do that. But if you're not a big Facebook Live person, do the video and then post it.
So I have a question. I've tried to do several Facebook Lives and it glitches terribly.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
tried it on data. I've tried it on Wi-Fi. I've tried it indoors, outdoors. I don't know how to get past that.
I know where you live. And I don't know if you're going to get around that right now.
Even if I do it from, let's say, work, I've tried Facebook Lives during like our retirement party. I just,
Huh.
yeah,
Could it
and where
be
I
your
live.
phone? Do you think maybe it's your phone doing that somehow?
Maybe.
No. I wouldn't think, if you're doing it at different places, I wouldn't think it'd be the data then.
No,
That's
I have to do some
interesting.
I
Yeah.
would go to a store and check out and ask one of the people that are with the phones and just ask them, you're trying to do something. It might just be as simple as a setting.
could be. Yeah, I have to do some research.
Yeah, I think it's time to troubleshoot that. It may be your phone. It may be worth trying an iPad or something else just to see if it is your phone or if it is the data. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's what you're comfortable with. I mean, some people would be more comfortable with, posting a tip, on Tuesday, every Tuesday, here's a suggestion to recycle furniture. And every Tuesday they know to expect a tip on that, whatever you're comfortable with. Not everyone's going to jump on Facebook video or Facebook Live. So last time we met, we did assign homework. It's not for a grade. If anyone did, and I did that because some people, they didn't even have a Facebook page created, so we needed something to be able to post. But I know the ones on here, the 3 on here right now, like you guys, you know a little bit more than some of the others. Thank you. So Candace is sharing her logo with us. So Candace, can you go ahead and tell us about your business and kind of what you've done so far?
Our business is CR Trash to Treasure. We were born basically to help supplement income for our daughter's educational trips. There's only so much, unfortunately, we're not made of millions of dollars. And the educational trips were getting to like $2,500, $5,000, and there's only so much you can hit the civic groups. So I started really trying to think outside the box. Is what, if you really watch what people throw away sometimes, it's astounding. And when you also think about that, it all goes to our landfills. I don't know how many pieces of furniture I have picked up that somebody said, well, if you don't come and get it today, it's going to get a sledgehammer taken to it and it's burned. And this could be grandma or grandpa's priceless antiques. I'm an antique lover. Quite honestly, I wish they could talk, to tell a story of what they've seen in their lifetime. But we started CR Trash to Treasure during COVID-19. My husband and I also own CR Tours and Travel here in Georgetown. And due to COVID-19, nobody's traveling. Everybody wants to talk about the food service business that got hit, but the travel business, hospitality businesses have got hit super hard because of it just being my husband and I and our daughter, that we are employees. We didn't qualify for PPP. We didn't qualify for any of the grants. We're too small. So we started this business to be more legit and to try and put it out there as far as something that nobody else was doing, is trying to rescue and repurpose furniture, household items that are still good. It's a whole variety of things that we rescue. It doesn't have to be just furniture, but furniture kind of ended up being the best thing for us to get into, because we purchased the spray that's required by state of Ohio to disinfect. We went ahead and did that. We also noticed that during COVID-19, Goodwill stopped taking furniture due to COVID-19 concerns. But it was just really finding a niche, and it's kind of worked into that.
Something I just thought of that I want to say before I forget. It may be worth you contacting realtors and saying, hey, if there's some items left in the home that need to be removed, I will come and get them. Because many times in vacant homes, there are some bigger pieces of furniture, for example, that are still sitting there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't know, if you know.
I picked up several items just from we use Facebook Marketplace due to medical issues. I haven't been on Facebook Marketplace for probably 3-4 months to get back into it. But we had customers all the way from up to Lebanon, and that was purchasing items for us. Purchasing items in reference to what you do as photography props. And they were using a lot of stuff, and we're not pricing stuff as a fortune. We picked up antique couches that people are getting rid of, and the woodwork on them is so beautiful that you just don't, I don't have the heart to just put them in a dumpster. So,
Right.
but yeah, somebody picked it up as a photography prop. I mean, there are so many different things that you just got to see beyond what the purpose of the furniture was at the time, and be inventive, be creative. You know, I can hear one of our customers that redid a dresser for his daughter, and she had a dresser clear from childhood. Well, finally, she's a senior, and she ended up needing something a little bit more substantial. So he redid it with her as a project. Now they created a family memory.
Oh, wow.
And made an heirloom that she's probably going to hold on to and pass it on down to her kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it just happens that way, as far as people can come through if they have ideas, and we have furniture and ideas or stuff that's not been redone. Come do it yourself. It's okay. We'll price it to sell. It's, our inventory changes constantly.
Yeah, I like the idea of the photography props.
Absolutely.
And there's times like I'll borrow something just for like the homecoming dance or whatever. I could definitely rent it off of you or whatever.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
But yeah, you learn as you go. We have had a lot of people from Facebook Marketplace. It's just, I'm not sure about the store, if the Facebook Marketplace store is free. I'm not sure.
No,
I gotta
it's
investigate
not.
that. That's what I didn't think it would be. But I've come to, from being a small business owner, nothing is free.
They advertise it as free, but you have to use another platform, and they charge you. So yeah, I mean, I think Facebook Marketplace is beneficial in your line of work. I think that would definitely, and if you put on there your link to your website, and then put a tag on the item when they pick it up that has your website and stuff on it.
That's what I do every single time.
Yeah,
every single time. Put my website on it, and even my husband was he was surprised that our website still's getting hit. And it was as up as what we've done in the past and everything, because it took time for us to get the building due to COVID. We were
Mhm.
behind on that. It takes time to get the materials and everything to finish and complete it. So really, we wanted to be up and running by January 1st, and it was, probably a month behind on it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you do what you, I've learned that you do what you can do, and you don't beat yourself up when you can't complete a task.
Mhm.
Um, I heard Kim say that as far as wearing multiple hats, believe me, I understand, and it is what it is. And I used to get upset about stuff like that, and you just got to let it go.
Mhm.
In the name of Frozen, just let it go.
Definitely.
So,
Perfect. Who made your logo? Did you make it yourself?
yes, we did.
What program did you use?
I don't know. My husband did the
Okay.
program. I just kind of sketched it out.
Okay.
I had an idea of what we wanted, and then he went through the painstaking class. Obviously, we are Buckeye fans, so you will see scarlet and
Ah.
gray. And then the recycling logo is what they have for recycling. Instead of using green, we used red, and the scarlet and gray. And really, the diamond, I wanted it to be glittery or, reflective, holographic, whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
And for right now, this works. If we get
Yeah.
a sign down the road and everything like that, that's what it could turn into.
You'll
But
have glitter then.
we'll have glitter then. It's always better with glitter.
Yeah.
But we have our t-shirts already made. We do try to use local. I did want to comment, on Tuesday you had mentioned as far as, and I've been to several different small business groups in different communities, even as far down as Claremont County, because Brown County didn't have one.
Mhm.
But really and truly, just keep in mind of, like, say for instance, your business cards and everything, there's probably somebody local in your community that is also a small business owner. You may not have known them or introduced yourself to them, but I really hate going online and doing stuff like the Vista Print and stuff like that,
Yeah.
because you do have small business owners that are in your community. And just because you haven't met them yet doesn't mean that you can't become a partner with them.
Yeah.
And it may be cheaper, but it might lead into something else with that small business owner.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yep.
We
Kim
went
Brooks and I are going to talk.
yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to some places that, they wanted you to come to small business owners and stuff like that. And the first thing, this was for our travel agency, they want to sit there and go, oh, well, I've got a person down the road, or I can do this on the computer for you. Well, okay, well, then why are we here?
Mhm.
It just, you don't realize, when it comes to small town, it takes everybody. It
Yes.
really does.
Yes, definitely.
So
Great.
I'm off my platform now.
No, that is all very helpful. Well, if you learn what program he used, you can definitely share that with Lisa, and she can let everyone know. Because I'm all about, if you can do it yourself and save yourself money, definitely.
I want to say
Plenty of
it
resources.
was nothing more than probably, I want to say not like paintbrush, but just the simple program on your computer, because he went through the painstaking task of enlarging it and taking each pixel and making sure that it got red where it needed to be red
Oh, yeah.
and
It might have been
gray where it
paint
needed to
then.
be grayed. And it did not happen in a day. I mean, this was
Yeah.
painstakingly pixel at a time, but at the time, the travel agency wasn't doing anything. So he had the time to do that.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we're pretty proud of it.
Yeah, that is great. All right. Did anyone else do any homework that they can share? Did anyone research their competitors? I know that's a little that's Kim. That would be more like, what's, if there's any marketing, advertising tricks that some of your other people are using or whatever. But since your prices are, set, But did anyone research competitors?
I have. I mean, I have looked around and I haven't seen anybody that does what we do other than Goodwill. I even went and looked into all the junk guys that come out and they have a
Uh-huh.
dumpster and will get rid of junk for you. But they charge you upwards of $400 to come and get the, the junk for you. It's not cheap,
Right,
especially living in Georgetown. It's not cheap.
right. Yeah. I know that was a big part of my business, was researching competitors. Definitely. Anyone create a Facebook graphic? Okay. Marketing plan. Is there any ideas that we've shared, like on Tuesday, that you plan to implement?
I do.
Okay.
The camera usage, as far as instead of posting pictures, even if I've looked researching now as far as Boomerang, to
Mhm.
even if new pieces that we get in, if I can just take a little, shot of it, or even Facebook
Yes.
Live. You were mentioning even the do something once a week at a certain time. It might just be as simple as showing my inventory,
Yes.
and just do a walkthrough real slow and saying here, and if anything catches your eye, please message me. Here's my contact information,
Yeah.
because somebody might be looking at that time and say, hey, I can use that. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely, I'm always scanning for new chairs and new props and things. So yeah, I think that'd be worth it. And I meant Maria is her daughter's name. Check with Maria on some different video techniques, because there's like slow-mo, you can speed things up, the time lapse, the boomerang, like there's different ones, and they're always adding. Use your teenagers to
because I'm so old and I have an addiction, I have an illness because of what I'm doing, and she it's constantly is eye rolling me because she just doesn't get it, and it's
yeah. So use that teenage attitude to your advantage. So, and I know, like Instagram, I think we're all in that age group that Instagram isn't our favorite, our go-to, but it may be for your target market.
or TikTok.
So
That's for the young ones is TikTok.
yes, yeah, that is true. That is true. Pinterest is another one that, Candace, you may be able to utilize that one. That might, I don't think that would work for anyone else on here, but actually, Kim, you might be able to use Pinterest too. So I forgot
That's
about yours.
something I've thought about using Pinterest for the Collar Street sales.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put like all your like all your resources into that, but definitely there's a plug. So, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely look into that.
I use Pinterest for my business as well.
Do you?
Yes, I do use Pinterest. Yes.
Good.
And I had several people actually call me for product.
Oh, good.
So
That's
yeah,
good to know.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say use it if you can.
Yeah, I use it for photography.
Yes.
So good.
Rebecca, you were talking Tuesday about branding and how you always wear your brand. I try to do the same thing with my 31.
Yes.
You will never see me carrying anything but a 31 bag or wallet or crossbody.
Yes.
Or matching pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would I wear somebody else's brand?
Exactly. Yep, definitely.
I cannot do that on my 9 to 5, just so you guys know. If I did that, they would probably throw me out. So,
Is there
Yeah.
something you can do on your 9 to 5? Something you can place that you've refurbished on your desk?
I normally keep my business cards out 24/7. Because really with the two businesses, it just, everybody's asking questions. Before it was always, what's the best deals for travel? And it's,
Right.
so I just tell them to call Doug. Here it is. Here's your card. Here, put it up
Yeah.
on the refrigerator.
Yep, definitely. I agree. Yeah, and the thing, your marketing plan should be changing. If you're using the same marketing plan that you used 2 years ago, you have a problem. You're going to have a problem. So you always do have to, create and adapt and change and modify, business plan, your marketing plan. Things are going to change. And we see that now, especially with COVID and things, things are changing more rapidly than they used to in some ways. So
Well, it's a necessity. If not, you're kind of going to be like the dinosaurs and be extinct.
Yeah.
You either adapt and overcome, or it goes away.
If you look at some of the businesses who have failed, it comes down to a lot of their marketing.
I think of look at fast food industries, what they have had to do, and now they're going back to just drive-throughs only. And really, I don't think we'll ever see them open up the dining rooms. Very few people will be dining rooms. Yeah, and who
Yeah.
wants to eat in their car? I'm sorry, that one commercial where, oh yeah, it's so fantastic to sit and eat in your car. No, it's not. No,
No.
not with kids. No.
No. Oh. Did anyone create a boomerang or a time-lapse video or a Facebook Live that they can share on their Facebook page or anything that we can go look at? Okay. That's okay.
I'll do one today.
There you
Or
go.
tomorrow.
There we go. Yeah, just give it a try. I mean, it's more about if you're willing to give it a try, I think you'll like it. And, it's just, there's a lot of times that I'm like, why in the world didn't I, why didn't I take a picture? You've got to always be thinking marketing, public relations, advertising. So
I will say, because I'm not looking for a home, but because I see your pictures, I go look at these homes. I'm like, I would be wanting to buy a new house every week.
yeah, I come home like, I'm going to redecorate my house. And then I don't, but it sounds good at that moment. I'm going to paint all my doors black because that house looked, but yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. And you're right. I need to get a little better at being consistent. And I like the idea of like a Jammin' Tuesday or whatever. I need to find something catchy for me.
Yeah.
And you were talking about research your competitors. Yeah, my competitors are pretty much all in my group.
Oh.
Most of my competitors in 31 anyway are part of my group. And so it's kind of part of a sisterhood. So they're either above me or below me. And I have a few that are parallel to me.
Well, you can like one that comes to mind, Heather Bertram.
Oh, yes.
And Holly, they sell Monet. You could always take some ideas from there and move it over to your product.
They are on their game.
Yes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in your exact market to steal an idea. So it is definitely just looking to see what you can adapt and what makes sense for you time wise. If you're going to say that, every Thursday I'm going to do, this, you have to do that. Like, so you don't want to bite off too much that you can't chew, because sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to do this, it's going to be great, and then you're like, oh my goodness, I don't have 3 hours every week to commit to this, and then you just made yourself look like a fool. So yeah, you definitely
Sometimes it doesn't take that long.
no.
I mean, really, like if you're showing inventory or something of that nature, it really could be just a quick blurb, and then you still got people's attention. I'm guilty. I don't have a whole hour to devote to watching a program, as far as that goes.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
a quick little, think of it as a commercial.
Yes. 30 seconds is plenty. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, Candace, if you did a Facebook Live and your Facebook Live was 20 minutes showing all your stuff, I would have, at 30 seconds, I would have clicked. Yeah, I agree. But if you did a quick scan and I saw a chair that I was like, that'd be perfect for senior pictures or
I
whatever.
found one today that I know it's got your name on it.
Oh, yay! Yeah. So,
It was like an awesome prop, but
oh, yes.
Yeah.
What my problem is, I'm running out of room for props.
yeah. Well, tell that to Doug. Doug
Yeah,
feels
that's
the
my
pain.
problem. That's why I'm like, hey, we could come up with a rental.
I know.
Switch a chair monthly.
Hey,
You can have a chair
I did have-
program.
Yes, we could.
A
I did have
monthly
an
chair.
idea for Kim Brown. I don't know if they do it or not, but just because I'm in the reduce, repurpose, recycle, what do they do with their old styles? I mean, is there a program out there where they do like styles that have been discontinued, or stuff that people no longer want? I
They
mean,
sell
that
'em
would
at
be huh?
they sell them at deep discounted prices. So they'll run sales, and then like when it comes to the end of the catalog, they'll really reduce the prices.
Well, I think that would be a great way to get people hooked on 31.
Right.
You're getting people an introduction to it for not as high dollar, but at the same time, you're offering still discontinued products or whatever. That's
Yeah,
what I
same
really,
quality. Yeah,
right,
I
same
agree.
quality, and it just gets them to tip to in, just into the market.
Anyone that's not in my group, I'll make sure to add you guys to my group. Are you in my group, Candace?
I think I am. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I apologize. Facebook is not my friend.
Well, no, that's okay. And I will say,
Facebook is
my
one of
group,
one of those things that I do because of what we do. It's not something I want to do.
A lot of times I get on there just for business purposes, and yeah, I agree. But I think it is essential for business.
and I apologize because my group has grown big enough that I don't know everybody that's in it. So I started off with 50 to 100, and I'm at 870 maybe now, which is a nice large group. Now, obviously, they're not all interactive. So I forget who's all in it. But yeah. The other thing, Rebecca, you said, look and see what somebody's doing and kind of copy their idea. And I think, isn't there a saying, imitation is the best form of flattery?
Yes. Yes.
And I tell people lots of times, oh, this is a great post, I'm going to steal it. And then I'll tell my downline, if anything of mine on my Facebook, steal it and use it.
Definitely.
And there's several of us, matter of fact, in my work building, there's like 5 of us that saw 31. And so we have a lot of crossover of buyers, but it's all good. It's never a bad thing for me.
Right.
But, and that's like I said, I don't want all my posts to be about sales. I want them to be about what's giving, what's happening, that I appreciate them. And here's a giveaway. And I did a giveaway the other day for Valentine's Day, and I thought for sure it'd have a lot of buzz. And I missed the timing on it because I had like 10 people out of 800
Watch
comment.
the timing. Yeah.
And I gave away a really nice, like $40 thermal.
So do you know how to look up the insights on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does everyone know how to do that? Let me see if I can switch my screen.
Can you see
got-
them on a group as well as on a page? Because I run like 12 pages for different things, and
I can't remember.
see, I don't know either. I know I can see them on my pages. I'm not sure I can see them on my groups.
Because I don't have a group right now that I could go in and check that. So now you say that, I can't remember. Okay, I'm not real fast at switching screens. I'm still working on that. I don't even see. Hold on. All right, share screen. Can you see my Facebook yet? No? There we go. Now you should. Okay, so here is my Facebook page. If you've got your different tabs across here. Be sure to, you can edit your tabs, which ones you want and things. Reviews, make sure you have like reviews on here, photos. I have a section called services. So I've got like my pricing and things on here. You can do different things with that. So definitely, check that out. Over here is insights, and it breaks down like what people are doing on your page and how they're getting engaged. You can even like see, and this is you can do the same thing for Instagram too. So based on my posts, this one was a house that I just posted yesterday. It has 79 engagements. So now 383 people saw it, but 79 actually like looked at the pictures, like didn't just scroll past it. They actually engaged with it. Now I went ahead and posted something this morning. Here, I'm going to pull it up so you can see what it looks like. So I did not include a picture. I just, I did a check-in. So I said that I was at Adams Brown Community Action Partnership teaching a class, but I didn't put a picture on this one. It has only 3 engagements. And, most of them have a lot more than that. And that's just more to show you that, pictures do speak volumes when it comes to that. The biggest one that I've had in the last week was this one. It had 162 likes. This one was shared 2 times, so that helped. It's a baby, that helps. But a lot of people clicked on there, and I did earn some likes on there, some page likes and some likes on the actual page. So those types of things make a difference. Cute babies make a difference in my business. So Kim Brown, you could easily put a bag by a baby and there you go. That's all you need. And you're just start putting newborns on all these chairs.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is, it is nice to see what's targeting people. Now, I should have a video on here. Yeah, this one down here is a video. This is a boomerang. So that's what a boomerang is. It's real quick. It's only 3 seconds. But it had, what did it have? It had 162 people viewed that video. So, you know, you do get quite a few likes, engagement when you do that. So you could definitely benefit from paying attention to the time of day that you posted, the day of the week that you posted, if you want to break it down and see what's working for you. Because even if, you know, if you do a Google search on Facebook and it says, hey, post on Tuesday at 8 o'clock, well, you got to break it down. Because if there's a boys basketball game on Tuesdays at 8 o'clock for Georgetown, and you're, you know, Kim Brown, who has, you know, 600 people from Georgetown in her group, that's not when you want to post. So you do have to pay attention to, you know, how it affects you locally too, and things like that. So any questions? Has anyone ever looked at their insights and like paid attention to that?
I'm actually looking on it right now and it's showing me my popular days and popular times. Friday at 3 and Saturday at 8 p.m. are my popular times.
Say it again.
Friday at 3 p.m. and Saturday at 8 p.m. happen to be my popular times.
Nice.
But my most popular day is Sunday.
I can see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And then, you know, my most popular reach was 530. And I said, there's a lot of chatter about the singing of the national anthem at the Super Bowl. What's your take on it?
See?
So I didn't ask positive or negative. I just like, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
So I had 530 reach and 56 engagement.
Okay. Now my Fuel Ministry, so we have a nonprofit. Fuel Ministry has a lot more likes on it. I think I have 3,400 followers on that one, so that it's bigger than my R. Varney one. So like this one, 16,600 saw this.
Wow.
And it was actually what is Fuel Ministry Camp. It was a description of what is it. And the reason why it got so many people on it, it was shared 57 times. So, you know, asking people to share things is very important. It doesn't hurt, and don't feel, you know, people don't care. Send them a message and say, hey, will you please do me a favor and share this? So that's why this engagement was so high. You know, 16,645 people saw this particular post because it was shared 57 times. So those numbers are more impressive than my R. Varney marketing ones. Dirt bikes and babies, you know, that always gets people's attention. So, okay, we only have like 10 minutes left. Are there any questions that we need to answer? I know we kind of, you know, we didn't really get into the Facebook page thing. Can I quickly just kind of show everyone how to do that? How to create one real quick and where the marketplace is for those that are joining through the recording. Are you guys good with that? If I jump over here real quick. If you are adding a page, you actually do that through your personal, on your personal page. It's right over here on the left, create new page. You can add one. Tim, I know you'll be tuning in. This is where you'll go to set up your page. Jason, same thing. It walks you through how to do it. So just follow the steps and it will walk you through that. If you are still struggling with that, talk to Lisa. We do have some upcoming, well, that one's, the one we have scheduled is a private, isn't it?
Yeah, that one is.
But she could always schedule a Facebook class that can, where we can actually like walk you through it for that. So I don't want to go too far because I don't want to create another page. The marketplace is on here. Marketplace you can do from your phone. So if it's easier for you to take a picture using your phone, you can actually put it right there on the marketplace through the Facebook app. This is great for things that need to be picked up or local delivery. So, you know, definitely look at doing this. Kim, unless it says you can't do that, you could sell things on here. You'll have to look at what 31 says about that. And maybe you can post it, but not, you know, say, you know, that it's 31 or whatever, but definitely read your bylaws on that, regulations and all that. So it's this, again, it kind of walks you through it, but you just hit this create new listing and you're able to specify which one that you want to do. I believe based on everyone I've talked to in this group in the last couple of days, you're going to use this item for sale. You're going to click on that and it's going to walk you through it. If you post something on Facebook Marketplace, you need to make sure that you're looking to see if someone has messaged you. If you've turned off like your Facebook Messenger, that's not a good idea if you're posting on Facebook Marketplace. You've got to be diligent in checking your messages. People will respond through the Facebook Messenger. You can do price reductions on here. You can, if you have duplicate items, you can go back into an old post and renew it so that you're not taking a new picture every time, kind of thing. Like we talked about, you know, with your pictures, watch what's in the background of the pictures. And if you, I would create a similar background for all of your posts, all of your pictures. So, you know, like Tim said that he created a Bengals backdrop that he uses for his helmets that he sells. So decide what that's going to be and just keep it consistent. You see ST Boutique doing that. What are some other? I think Hometown Printing, I think she tries to consistently use the same backdrop, but just, you know, try to do that. It's going to give you, people are going to pay attention to it more if it looks professional than if it looks like a dirty, cluttery house. People tend to move on. If there's an ashtray sitting there and you're trying to sell furniture, they're like, wow, you know. So just be mindful of like what's in your picture, what's around. Also for security reasons, you know, if you are, you know, selling a dirt bike, you know, you don't want to show your house in the backdrop so that people know where to go to steal it, you know, kind of thing. So just be mindful of that. So again, if anyone has any questions on how to create those things, just go to your personal Facebook and, you know, use that. Just walk you through the steps. On my personal page, you'll see, you know, this, my son likes to build things. I put something on Facebook Marketplace for him. You can actually make it to where it flows over to your personal page. Do remember, you cannot use your business page to create a marketplace listing. You have to tie it to your personal Facebook. And you can either tell it that you want it to feed over to your personal page, or you can tell it that you don't want it to. But like I created one for him. He made these tables and chairs. And, you know, it's on Facebook Marketplace, and it fed over on February 22nd at 6:41 over to my personal. Any questions on how Facebook Marketplace works? I think everyone that's on here right now has done that before. So Tim, again, and Jason, if any of you have questions, you've got my contact information. All right, we have 5 minutes. We did not hit on Instagram. Instagram is on your phone. You have to use your phone to create your Instagram, install the app, and it'll walk you through how to set that up. If your target market is anywhere from that 15 to 30, you definitely want to get on Instagram. eBay similar to Facebook Marketplace. It will walk you through how to do that. I think Tim said he's already on eBay. Candace, are you on eBay? No. So that may be something that you add.
Yeah.
But again, it'll walk you through how to do that. I don't think we had anyone who would use Etsy. Etsy is similar, and it charges you if you sell the item. So they take a little percentage off with Etsy. Is there any others? Again, if you are interested in the Facebook shop, message me directly and I'll share that information with you. Again, there is a fee. Facebook Marketplace is free. Facebook shop, there are some fees associated with that. But I think it can be as cheap as $15 a month. So if you're interested in that, I can forward some of the information for that to you. All right, any questions? I like these groups. I like just having open communication. I feel like we learn more by just sharing. We might have got off topic just a little bit, but it's all under marketing and advertising, so I think we're good. I think what to take from this is there's ways of doing this without spending money. All right, you don't have to spend, my budget for marketing and advertising was $1,000 this year. I think I hit $1,200. If you break that down, I only spent $100 a month advertising. So, you don't have to have $1,000 a month budget. You can, keep it low, and, there's ways to do that. So, Kim Brooks is on here. If you want to, she did share in the chat last time, her contact information. If you did not get it, you can reach out to Lisa or myself to get that information, but she does sell promotional items and printing services. So definitely reach out to her if you would like to get a quote for some of those items. She does do some logo work and some things too. So I think between our group, we have a lot of resources that we can help small businesses. And again, I feel like this workshop is more, it's networking. I hope you took away at least something from it. But more importantly, I hope, you've made some connections over the last couple of days. Lisa, is there any closing remarks or anything that, I know you usually do a survey. What's the plan for that?
I may be emailing something out to you guys, so just kind of watch for that. Yeah, if things are a little bit different right now with everything being virtual, I don't get that contact with people. So yeah, I may be sending that out. And then Rebecca and I will talk and maybe be able to offer some more classes. If there's anything specific that you want, please let me know. If you want Instagram only, or I don't know, we already do a Facebook, but if somebody is interested in Instagram and how that works, let me know. And maybe that's something Rebecca and I can talk about and get offered.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is our first workshop online.
Mhm.
I hope that it didn't look like that. I hope it didn't look like my first time.
No, not at all.
The only problem I've had is my bird. My bird has been here the whole time, and he keeps climbing up my leg, and he kept trying to climb up my arm. So the bird's not used to, he's used to, when I'm here, he's used to running around and hanging out with me. So he was very jealous that he didn't get to hang out with you guys. And he spent 45 minutes on my shoe on Tuesday trying to keep him. He was playing with my shoelaces. I kept trying to keep him down, but he made it up to my shoulder a couple times today. He just, he's a flirt, I guess, right?
He's
Yeah.
pretty.
So yeah, this is our newest pet. So yeah, definitely reach out if you have any questions. Be happy to help, and I hope Zoom is new to me. Like I felt like a lot of times I wanted to show you something, and it's like, well, I can't show you Instagram. It's on my phone, or it definitely has a learning curve.
I would definitely like to learn more about Instagram, and I don't know, would Twitter be a good platform? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not for yours. I would lean more towards Pinterest if you're not on Pinterest than Twitter.
I have a Pinterest account, but I just save things to it. I need to learn more about Pinterest and
Okay.
Instagram.
Yeah, I would think Pinterest more than Twitter if I had to pick. Instagram, I think, would be a good one for you.
I gotta go. I'll see you
Okay.
guys later.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Candace.
I'll
Good luck,
send you
everyone.
some info.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much for everything you've done. My game's pretty good on Facebook, but I can always up it. And there's always little things I don't think about.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, like every time you just occasionally get on Facebook and look around, they add options all the time that you just don't know that's there unless you go to look. My website's kind of the same thing. Like every time I go in, I'm like, oh, they added this, so it is nice to kind of just look around and see what's new.
And my website's pretty straightforward because it's ran by 31. I just pay a
Just
service
nice.
fee.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
updating it all the time.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's that way too.
Yeah. Websites I manage a few different company sites, and sometimes it's a headache. So especially more and more hackers, more and more. So yeah, that service fee that you pay is well worth it. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I need to get going too. And I'll go reread or rewatch the rest of yesterday's video.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, Kim.
Yes, nice to meet you, Kim Brooks.
Nice to meet you as well. Nice to meet all of you. And everyone, stay safe out there. Please stay safe.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks,
for having me here.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that